U.S. women's national team is demanding U.S. Soccer apologize to black players for banning kneeling during the national anthem, and how Pearl Jam helped bring professional soccer to Missoula, and FIFA calls out for common sense without addressing the soccer ugly racist past and present. And I'll give you my thoughts on what the heck is going on all in this crazy world in episode 5. The U.S. women's national team is demanding their employer, U.S. Soccer, end a policy requiring players to stand during the national anthem. The federation should immediately repeal the Anthem Policy, publish a statement acknowledging the policy was wrong when it was adopted, and issue an apology to our black players and supporters, the national team players said in a statement to BuzzFeed News. So Megan Rapinoe is doing a big push to end all of this. They want an apology. And this is all because of Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell comes out and says, we were wrong. We're sorry. Everyone's yelling at us. We're sorry. All right, just stick to what you said and just go forward. Here's the thing is we're split as a country on what we should do. And actually, majority of the people of the United States of America prefer you stand and do the hand over the heart. That's what we prefer. Does it happen? No. Is it uniform? Do we prefer that? Yes, that's a preference. But it's those that scream the loudest. You got to bow down and do what they say. I just do what you're told. And it doesn't work. And I'll cover that a little bit later. It doesn't work when you're forcing control through government or through the employer. I mean, it's goofy. I don't think it makes a real change forcing one side to do what the other side wants. But everyone has a different opinion on it, and you're not allowed to have an opinion. U.S. Soccer will hold a special board meeting today to discuss the Anthem Policy, which goes beyond even the National Football League's rule and attempts to limit players' ability to protest. It requires players to stand respectfully during the anthem at national team games. When it passed in 2017, no board members voted against it. The policy was created to target a single player, superstar Megan Rapinoe, who in 2016 became the first white major athlete to kneel during the anthem in solidarity with NFL Colin Kaepernick. Rapinoe, who is gay, said in 2016 that she was kneeling because she understood what it means to look at the flag and not have it protect all your liberties. Now, be careful what you say there. Protect all your liberties. Protect all the liberties you care about. Let's be honest about it. We want to enforce and take away certain liberties, but you want your liberties protected. I just think there's confusion on that. I believe in the statement she made. I don't believe she believes it. She only wants what she wants. No doubt about that. She doesn't want everything. She wants what she wants. And then she wants to force you to do what you want. But I do like the thoughts of freedom, the freedom of, employers being able to do it, be able to bake a cake however you want. Just don't. Freedom to do those things. And you have the choice of not doing it. You have the choice of not playing for certain sports teams. If that's the way the business operates, you follow the business. Or don't play for it. Create another league. There's other ways to go about it. That's what we're confused on, is we want freedoms, but we want everyone to obey what we believe. So that's not freedom. That's different. Pearl Jam, how Pearl Jam helped bring professional soccer to Missoula. A Pearl Jam concert in August of 2018 at Washington Grizzly Stadium helped bring professional soccer to Missoula. How is that even possible? The reign of the National Women's Soccer League has descended on the Garden City as it appears for a single-site end-of-season tournament. The NWSL Challenge Cup, which will be held in Salt Lake City, COVID-19 forced the Tacoma-based team to look for alternative places to practice when the stay in the home order in Washington did not allow them to get on the field. It just so happened that $180,000 from this Pearl Jam concert went straight into the University of Montana's soccer field, which was updated during the summer 2019. The Reign would likely never have picked a South Campus stadium as their training site had those updates not taken place. Thank you, Pearl Jam. You're awesome. We appreciate you. On to FIFA. FIFA calls for common sense without addressing soccer ugly racist past and present. It's a bit overwhelming when you consider the scale of protests against police brutality and institutional and societal racism across the globe we're seeing. There have been massive demonstrations in London, Brussels, Rome, Paris, Tokyo, New Zealand, Ghana, South Africa, and many other places. While the world's most popular sport is still largely frozen due to the coronavirus, the league that is up and running hasn't been immune either. The past weekend, both Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund players as a whole wore shirts during warm-ups supporting the cause. Liverpool took a knee in mass in training and posted the image in their official social media accounts, and several players posted in their own, as well as Liverpool's past dealings with racism aren't exactly perfect. Through the club belatedly apologized to Patrice Evra recently. This followed the previous weekend where individual players in the Bundesliga staged their own support. Americans Tyler Adams and Weston McKennie and Marcus Thurman took a knee after scoring. While FIFA usually is not a proponent of this and usually get a yellow card or something for that kind of celebration or whatever, but they're using more common sense in a lot of what they're doing far as finding and yellow cards. Racism in soccer is still rampant, especially in Italy and Eastern Europe countries. Just this past October, England players were subjected to some of the more disgusting and vile chants and gestures from the home of Bulgaria fans the sport has seen in recent history. Bulgaria's punishment, having to play one game behind closed doors and fine of $73,000 from UEFA. Racism is worldwide. And if there's one country that is a better place to be, it's definitely the United States of America. It's a better place. And I get it. It feels right now that U.S. is the most racist place and all that stuff. It's not the case. We have more freedoms here. Those freedoms seem like they want to be taken away, but we have more freedoms here, and we just got to get our head around with what we're trying to do. It's crazy. So here are my thoughts. My thoughts on everything that's going on. It's the best effect for making change in this country, anywhere in the world, when it comes to racism or anything. It's human to human, one-on-one contact. It's not through crying to the authorities or going to the government and demanding change and making people force control over you. That's not going to have an effect. It's not going to affect change. The best change there is and will always be is face-to-face. Because when you actually have communication face-to-face and have an opportunity to look in their eye and really try to get them to understand what you're going through and have an engaging conversation, that's where change happens, ladies and gentlemen. It's not through force control. People have to be willing to hear and listen. That's what we should be doing. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but you can go to coachcameron.com and get t-shirts. My t-shirt finally came in. You can buy things to support this podcast if you like this podcast, and if you don't buy anything. Peace.